Positive energy, positive vibes. Today, I would like to talk about prescribed medication, and it's also a stimulant, Vyvanse. Dun dun dun. Now, Vyvanse was supposed to be prescribed because I had ADHD. Now, when I got on it, it cured some things, my staring episodes, but when it came to concentration, that was fine. But the side effect of the arousal took over. And then once I was on it, I wanted to take more of it. But I felt like it was falling. And at one point, I was just infinity, just opening up the capsules and just eating it like a freaking maniac. And then it will make me drink. On top of that, I'll take one. Next thing you know, I'm at the liquor store. At one point, I was just, as soon as I got my prescription, I was at the liquor store. And then I was smoking like back to back. And after a while, it came to a point where I realized that it was me or them. You know what I'm saying? I'll be up for days on a constant cycle of constant masturbation. And it was just on and on for days. And I never got tired. So I had to make a decision of basically handing them off to someone. It was like the Lord of the Rings. I was like, oh my God, it's the ring, not the ring. Because I had a lot of abilities on it, that I naturally wouldn't have. My musical ability was in there. I would write continuously. I would work out, things like that. But I knew that it kept me up for too long, and I didn't follow any instructions. I just went into this world that I did not want to leave, and it took over. Next thing you know, it was just running me, just running my life, and whatever its limitations are, my appetite was gone. And then I would smoke weed on top of it at the same time. So I'm like cigarettes, weed, alcohol. I just bought so many things. And then I was just like, at one point, promiscuous because the arousal sustains itself when you're on it. And you don't want to take it out on anyone, but you end up doing it anyway because it makes you do it. And you can't help but to do it. You'll go straight to hell. And I don't know if anybody else ever experienced that. I don't see anybody talking about it on the net. And I'm like, okay, what's the deal? These are not it. Because I'm on I'm on Adderall now, and I mean, I'm not drinking. I'm feeling like a normal person. But it had to be the Teva brand because any other brand would definitely throw me off guard. I mean, it just took over my life. I started doing some wild things that I know I would not have done. At one point, my personality had changed a bit, and I was just like a dude, and I knew that something was off. That's another chapter all the way together. When I switched all the way over on freaking meth, and that made me think that I was a dude. And I definitely changed my clothes and everything, and I was like, this is me now. I'm like, this is crazy, and at the same time, it was my life. I can't even try to transform into the person that I transformed into because it made me do it. And I was like, I know people around me are like, oh my God, Billy, you're a guy now. What's going on? What happened to the old Billy? Where did she go? She was gone. Whoops. She was gone. And there's just so many chemicals out here. It's just crazy as it is with all the stuff that's out here. I'm glad I stopped all that other stuff too because I was all mixed up with the powder and the food and all this. And it was just insane. Like people, you can lose your mind. Anything that you want to keep in this world is your mind, your state of mind. And I thank God that I still have it because I know that I lost it. I lost it. And everyone could see it. It was out for everybody to see. You can't hide it. It's embarrassing. It's like the worst nightmare being you, being embarrassing, losing control of yourself, being loud and angry and going off on everyone and cursing people out and putting people out. It's just crazy, out of control situations where there's a lot of people around. And, I would invite a lot of people over and just, you know, party until, I don't know, until I fall out, because I couldn't feel any of it. Shoot, I just numbed everything. Your feelings, your everything. Everything numbs when you're, you know, popping pills and mixing things together and drinking on top of that. Just your life would definitely spiral out of control. And I thought I could handle it. I thought I could just, still drink and still do my job until I realized that as a barber, I wasn't cutting the way I was supposed to be cutting people. This is not what I asked. And I was like, oh my God, I'm drunk, stuff like that. And you think you could do it. Like my ego told me that I could just do it. I could do whatever I wanted and get away with it. But your life will fall apart beneath you. And you'll be like on your knees and way too tired to try to fix things. You don't want to burn yourself out, and then, with anything, you can overwork yourself. I overworked myself and burnt myself out, and I was like, "Oh my God, when am I going to ever get back on my feet?" But the bottle was still in my hand. It's like, when am I getting on my feet? The whole time, the bottle in my hand. Like, okay, like this is what you know. This is what a whole lot of people go through. I'm not the only one. I went to AA. Everybody has their story. There's a way out. You don't have to keep drinking. You can just pour it out. The thing is, the day that I decided to quit, I was in the middle of drinking. And I just sat there one time when I used the bathroom and I said, am I feeling any better? And I answered, no. Why? Because you're drinking. And you're drinking the same wine and now you feel like shit. So, I mean, am I going through anxieties, or this is depressing, but this is making me worse. I was thinking, and I decided, hey, this is it. And I just poured the rest of it out. My body went through a whole lot of stuff, though. I was like, oh, wow, the drink is calling me, you know what I'm saying? And, went through all the withdrawals. But I decided never to go back in that world anymore. It's just not a happy place. There's no way you can be drunk doing everything. There's no such thing. You can't just continuously, drink before the club and then expect to meet someone. You know, it's a sad ending to everyone who's ever been an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I never had a DUI, but goodness gracious, I should have got one. Should have got one. Just never got caught. But today's a new day, and thank God I made it here because I definitely was going down the road of craziness, and you can see it in the videos. It's just insanity, insanity. I looked like I was losing my mind, and I was. Oh, actually, it was probably already gone. You know. Well, today we're being nerdy, and it's no place like home in your body. I went through a whole lot, like emotional breakdowns, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, all this. Free yourself. See you next time.